Hey, welcome to Coach Eric's Corner. We are kicking off episode 7 with high school sports in full gear across San Diego now. Preseason prep football is officially here. The energy around the county is electric, and right now, families everywhere are getting the gear sorted and locking in for Friday Night Lights. First up, we have SD Prep insider Christian Peterson with his picks of the top varsity football teams across the county. Here he is.
Number 1 for you is Cathedral Catholic. Number 2 is Cathedral Catholic's backups. Number 3 is Cathedral Catholic's JV. Number 4 is Cathedral Catholic's freshman team. Number 5 is the kids that Cathedral cut from any of those teams. Number 6 is Cathedral's chain gang and ball boys, etc., etc. You get the joke. You know where I'm going with that. But the Dons are absolutely going to steamroll teams this year. Honor Fa'alave Johnson is a 5-star commit. He's going to your beloved USC Trojans. He is the real deal. They got Isaac Cook, who's a wide receiver committed to SDSU. They've got a bunch of big offensive linemen. This team will be state-ranked, nationally ranked kind of vibes all season long. Number 2, I've got Mission Hills, even with a new head coach. That team is fairly stacked and is always good at they're a team where there's just no weaknesses. Number 3 is Granite Hills. Nothing but championships right now for the current class of seniors. They are won 4 in a row. They've sprinkled in some state championships. So it's all about, can Zach Benitez and company, Zach Benitez being their quarterback, finish out as 4-year champions. Number 4, Carlsbad. The Lancers are loaded up. Coach Mack has them really, I think, in a position, again, with the strength of schedule that they have and the quality of games, to even be a team that's like 8-2 at the end of the year or 7-3 and still up in that top group just because they play really good football. Number 5, Rancho Bernardo. I have them higher than other teams have them, but I'm big on Gage Weddle. I think that, I don't know what I'm doing with my hands here. Eric Weddle's kid, Eric Weddle being the head coach and Charger great. I think this team is really good. And Gage Weddle is somebody who they run the offense through, they run the defense through. So it's get your best player the ball and let them do things. And I think that they can do some really special things. Number 6 is Oceanside. They are the gold standard in San Diego high school football, historically speaking, but they kind of bottomed out a couple of years ago. They went 0-10 for the first time in school history. They brought in a new coach, and Coach Familia has really built this thing up into something that is a ton of fun to watch. Number 7, San Marcos. They are a top-notch squad. They have a huge strength of schedule. They are somebody that is absolutely worth checking out all season long. Number 8, Lincoln. There's just a lot of unknown. New offensive and defensive coordinators, some players transferring in and out. I could have put them at 2, 5, or 8 and made an argument for it, but I guess I'll be a little bit on the conservative side and let them prove me wrong and rise up. Number 9, Point Loma. Coach Price has been building up this thing. They got a pair of quarterbacks this year, so one can run, one can throw. It's going to be electric. They probably will lead points scored on all this. And number 10, I'm going to go with Saints. They have a team that their group of the kids who are now juniors and seniors were freshmen and sophomores on a championship team, and they have grown since then, and they've gotten better since then, and they're playing tougher games again, and just kind of feels like this is a comeback year for Saints.
Speaking of winning programs, building one isn't just about raw talent. It's about mindset and accountability. Next up, we have Yvette Macias, varsity volleyball coach at Olympian High School, to break down what true team culture looks like, why total athlete buy-in is everything, and how student athletes' cell phones can be their worst competition.
The biggest thing that I focus on is building relationships with the kids from the beginning. If you don't have relationships with them, even just ask them how their day is, how they're feeling, how school, how are things going outside of volleyball. You're able to get them to work harder for you because they feel that you are investing in them as a human, as a person. So I really focus on the relationship building before I even bring in the volleyball side. I mean, there's a lot of ways to still continue to work on your skill at home. You get a ball and you have a wall, you have a mom, dad, brother, sister toss you a ball. Again, the kids that really focus on those things outside of the gym, they have to be doing that work outside of the gym, are the ones that are most successful. Those kids are itching to be on their phones. Absolutely. As soon as they walk in the gym, no phones. They need to disconnect. They need to be able to focus on what the goal is at hand. Our school also does a really good job of really enforcing no cell, bell to bell. So they're really focused on their academics, they're focused in class, they're focused on what they need to be doing. So really just enforcing that policy of just once you're locked into what you're doing, phones have to be put away. Trust me, it'll be more fun if you just focus.
Switching gears now to North County sports news. We've got some big news on the ice. Front Wave Arena just officially unveiled the name and logo for North County's new Federal Prospects Hockey League team, the Oceanside Shock. What do you think? Their new mascot is an angry jellyfish gripping a hockey stick, a perfect nod to our local beach culture. They hit the ice at Front Wave Arena for their historic home opener on Saturday, October 10th against the Fresno Falcons. It's a fantastic time to see pro hockey expanding right here in North County. And speaking of new seasons, if you thought Coach Eric was done coaching travel ball, hanging up the glove, think again. I am beyond excited to announce I'll be coaching the San Diego Hawks 14U Select team. We've assembled a fantastic group of dedicated ball players. I can't wait to get out on that dirt, develop these kids, and once again, compete at a high level. And to close out today's episode, I want to talk directly to the athletes listening about what it truly means to compete for a spot on a roster. Competing doesn't just happen during the 2 hours you're at practice. Competing happens at home. It means getting enough sleep, eating right, studying your sport, and working on your craft when no one is watching. When things don't go your way, maybe you get moved down the depth chart or you don't make the top squad, do not let those thoughts turn negative. Turn it into fuel. I was absolutely crushed when I didn't make the A team one year. But instead of pouting, I worked my butt off that entire season. I was one of the best players in the league, and the next year, I was one of only 3 sophomores to make the varsity team, and we went on to win the state championship. Remember, a setback is just a setup for a comeback if you handle it with the right mindset. Keep putting in that work, buy into the process, and go earn your spot. That's a wrap for episode 7 of Coach Eric's Corner. We will see you next time at the field.